Hey, we are in a beautiful part of the south side of Chicago. If someone tell you the south side was trash, they're probably trash. But I just had a thought, It's the me project. One thing you gotta know about me is, for a really long time, I mean, sometimes I have my moments still, but for a really long time, I was like, thought I was ugly. I mean, when I was younger, say like 6th grade, it's very traumatic. I don't know why that moment in my life was like real, like, oh no. Before that, I already was like, I was starting to have the, oh my god, I'm fat talk with myself. And then when like 6th grade came around, it was just like, no one ever told me I was ugly. I can't recall a time in my life when someone was like, damn bitch, you ugly, or something like that. And then 6th grade came around, I was dating this guy, and I dated him for like, I want to say like a day. It was like legitimately like maybe 2 days, but nonetheless it was official for a day. He still counts as we dated. I guess we dated. So yeah, and then I broke up with him because, one, my mom disapproved, because of course I was in 6th grade and I was going through a point in my time when I was like, I have to have my parents' approval, mom and dad included. I was like, if I do anything that they don't like, if they don't approve, then I feel so bad, and I felt like emotionally involved in the whole idea. And I was like, well, my mom doesn't want me to date, so I can't date you. But of course, me, and I wanted to tell him that because that did sound like a podcast thing to say. I was just like, oh yeah, no, I'm interested in someone else, and blase blase blah, I'm dating someone else. I lied my ass off. I never really spoke, like, I've never told him that was a lie, because I don't talk to him anymore. Like, if we see each other, it's hella offhand. I think I've seen him once since 6th grade. Well, since 8th grade, because I think I graduated with him. I don't remember. As you can see, he's not very prominent in my life. But I just remember the time. And then after that happened, it was like he, I don't know if he spread the rumor or he just didn't deny the rumor that, first they were like, oh yeah, you look a cat, and I was like, well, that's fine. And then the fact that they kept saying it, and like as if it was intentionally supposed to be mean, I was like, wait a minute, is that a good thing? Like, cats aren't ugly. Like, a cat is a cat. Like, Hello Kitty, bitch. Like, I love Hello Kitty, so I never thought it was like a bad thing. I was like, yeah, bitch, I'm a cat, meow. I actually had a Twitter name, Kitty Cat Lizzie. If you remember that, you're dope as fuck. But Kitty Cat Lizzie was one of my old Twitter names. Mind you, I've had like 5 Twitters just because I keep forgetting the passwords. But yeah, I know my mom wanted me to change that. That's another story. But yeah, and then oh yeah, and so then another thing was, another person was like, oh yeah, after I broke up with him, they were talking about how I like a man and blah 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 blah. And mind you, no one knew I dated him already. And then everyone was like, this guy, one guy, I guess he was trying to be nice. He came up to me and he was like, oh yeah, you should date, should I say his name? Does it really matter? Malik. There's so many Maliks in this fucking world. Doesn't anyone care? But yeah, he was like, yeah, you should date Malik because everyone else is gonna just keep calling you a man if you don't date him. And I was like, well, I mean, no, I already been through that phase in my life. I'm good. And yeah, so that, after that, I've just constantly had, like, because mind you, that happened from like 6th grade all into like 7th grade when people like finally got their own lives, because I guess had to focus on high school. But yeah, so that happened, and ever since then I've been like real questioning. And then like it was another instance, I want to say I was in sophomore year of high school, and this happened prior to this moment, but it was like really prominent then, and mainly because I was on the train with like a bunch of my friends at the moment, and I was just like in a vulnerable state, and I felt like I looked trash today. And then so basically this guy's like, this old man, mind you, he's like basically one of those bum guys that you're probably like, his opinion really doesn't matter, but I was already insecure, so it was like one of those, oh my god, if anybody says anything, I'm probably gonna die kind of moments. And then he was just like, oh yeah, she kept calling me ugly, And I was just like, damn, bitch. Like, I mean, I was trying to put on a brave face, like, I don't even care. But inside, I was like, dang, this is emotionally fucking me up. But yeah, and then, so after that, I was just like really constantly thinking, like, mind you, I remember that moment. So obviously it was permanent. Obviously it was important to me. Obviously it affected me in a long, moment in my life. I mean, because everyone has those moments in their life when something happens, even if it's like minute to everyone else around, but it's really important to them. And then it was a moment where I think, what was it? I was in what grade? I want to say it was my senior year of high school. Oh yeah, so senior year I wore a lot of makeup pretty much like for every day. I want to say I wore like makeup like every day, just being beat, wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning, beat my face, go to school, and act like life is great and like I'm not fucking tired as hell because I wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning. And then one day I just didn't put makeup on because I was just like, I think I was just like so tired and burnt out that I just didn't. And this guy that was like, I guess he's still my friend now. I don't really know. It's a weird friendship. It's not like, I don't know if we're like really close friends. We're not really close friends, but we're a part of the squad together, and so he's the only guy in the squad. So it's like, yeah, but that's not the point. So he's just like, oh, are you wearing makeup? And I was just like, no. I mean, it was like my regular face now. No eyebrows, no nothing. I mean, right now I'm currently wearing highlighter on my nose and shit, but like it's highlighter. It's not really doing much. But I'm black, so I highlight when it's sun outside anyway. I mean, melon popping, bitch. But he was just like, yeah, are you wearing makeup? And I was like, no. And then he was like, whoa, you have a nice face. And I don't know, at that moment, I was just like, should I be appreciative of this, or should I be offended that he expected otherwise? Mind you, he has his own issues where he's like, if women wear makeup and they're blah, 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 blah. He's one of those people who, like, he is the male gaze of the female, pretty much. It's basically like, if she's wearing makeup, she's fake, blah, 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 all these things, only natural woman, blah, blah, blah. But the girl he was obsessed with, I mean, that's another time. But yeah, he was just like, yeah, your face looks nice, you look nice. And I was like, well, thanks, I mean, my face. And it was weird because I was like, I've not worn makeup before around him, and then it's like that particular moment, he was just like, yeah, you look nice. And he asked if I already wore makeup. But I guess if you're wearing makeup every day, and then someone who's not necessarily like your bestie fucking notice you for a moment, he stops and he's like, well, you're not wearing makeup. And I guess it's a moment, probably unintentional. It's like when you see someone, they look tired, and you're like, oh wow, you look tired. It's like, damn, bitch, I mean, you don't even have to say it. Obviously I am, but I mean, it's still facts. So yeah. But yeah, so basically, I've been affected by the whole idea of being ugly or not. And then I dated my last big relationship. All of the summer stuff doesn't matter. I think it lasted like 4 months. We didn't make it official until February of last year, and then we kind of lasted until May. Mentally, I think I was I wasn't mentally in that relationship from the beginning. Like, if I'm gonna be completely honest, I don't know if she's gonna see this video or not, but I was never really into that relationship, and I wasn't really fair of me to her. And then plus, I was already insecure at the moment. I had told her that prior to, but I'm pretty sure she just expected to be like basic insecurities like everyone else has. But I was so insecure that it was like affecting me mentally and emotionally, and not making me understand that someone liked me. Because prior to that relationship, I really hadn't been in any big serious relationship like ever. All the other stuff I ever done was like, I was young and not really into it. I've never been into, like, if I can be completely honest, I've never been to like emotionally and like mentally involved in any relationship I've ever had. It was always been like, this is a moment in my life and I'm going to keep going on forward from it. I've always like put up a deadline of someone I've dated in the past. It was just like, oh yeah, we're dating now, but we're probably going to break up like this time. And I did the same thing with her. I was just like, oh yeah, we're dating now, but we're probably going to like break up by summertime, but before summertime. Like in my mind, I was already like, okay, we're going to break up before the summer starts. And then it was just basically, I was being a dick. Like, I've never told her, I don't think I ever will, unless I see her in person again and we're having one of those heart-to-heart moments. But I'm never gonna go like call her up and be like, yeah, sorry about being a dick to you, because that's just weird. I haven't spoken to her since some other drama happened that I want to say it was definitely my fault as well. I've already owned up to that mentally prior to. Only certain parts were my fault. Another story. But I guess that could make story times. Never even thought about that. This is a total side note in my mind. I've never thought about the fact that I probably could make story times about my life and shit. Like actual real life story times, no BS, no of that lying bullshit. Hashtag Vanessa. Dick to her in that relationship, and then I had a lot of moments where I didn't believe that she liked me because I felt like I wasn't attractive, I wasn't pretty, and I was having like a fat girl moment where you like having the like TV shit where the fat girl of the show is basically like, oh my god, no one can ever love me because I'm fat, and then plus. Most of the TV shows, they only talk about the fact she's fat, but then it was like, plus, bitch, I also think I'm hideous. So it was like, you're fat, I think I'm fat. Well, I mean, I currently am fat, but I let the fatness overpower my emotional status and also my acceptance of myself, which was not, I mean, it's definitely not healthy at all. And yeah, so I was fat, I was ugly, and I didn't like myself. And so all that put together, plus supposedly being in a relationship with someone else that you're supposed to appreciate, you're supposed to care for, and you're supposed to be with 100%. And then I wasn't, because I wasn't emotionally involved, and because I felt like she wasn't emotionally involved, which she wasn't. And that was another problem for the relationship. But yeah, because I felt like that, and then I wasn't, and then we just both, that was just a terrible relationship, honestly. There was no way that I mean, I feel like if we were both sat down and talked about the shit and we started over, it probably could work, but no, it couldn't, just for other reasons that were beyond like us not being emotionally involved. It just would never work out. But yeah, and so I wasn't emotionally involved for that relationship, and it was just a terrible whole shabam. And I pretty much just like made it seem like she was lying, that she didn't like me, like I don't understand where it's coming from. And I was constantly looking for like affirmation, and looking for, I don't even know what the word is, it's the word in my mind, but I was constantly looking for something to show that she liked me. And then I was constantly trying to show her something that I liked her, because I was trying to be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna buy her and do these basically I was gonna do all these gestures that showed her that I liked her, and oh my god, I don't have money for this, so I was freaking out about that. Like, I wanted to do all these big things, but I don't have money to do these big things. And it was like, you could have just done simple things that I just didn't want to do, and then it just kind of fucked up the whole thing. And yeah, so I allowed my insecurities, my personal insecurities, to fuck up something that could have, no, I'm not gonna say that could have been great, no, but it could have been a better experience. I feel like, yeah, I definitely messed that up. Recent, like my last summer and this past summer that already happened, 2016, 2K16 summer, what? Yeah, I had a couple of one of those, I don't know, summer flings, a couple of those, and one of them in particular, many in particular, I was just basically doing the same thing over. And it took me a while. It took me talking to my dad. It took me like sitting and being in my own apartment with just myself for like a couple of weeks. Like, I just kind of been just by myself in my own mind, and just using my own personal thoughts to like help me build myself up and figure out what I want. Figure out what I like about myself, figure out why I'm dope as fuck, figure out all the things that already existed, and then just like put some sight to them, make sure I like notice them. And you know, constantly, like people say, you know, talk to the mirror, and tell yourself why you're dope. And like, everyone's like, oh my god, that's so weird, I can't do that, no one does that, who talks to themselves in the mirror? But like, if you really do that shit, it definitely is weird. I'm not gonna like fuck around and be like, yeah, it's inspirational, oh my god, this doesn't feel weird at all that you're talking to yourself. But I mean, if you get past the fact that talking to yourself in the mirror is weird, because you're gonna have to, if you're ever gonna try to like yourself and accept yourself, you're gonna have to like look at, like, I'm gonna look at this dude finder right now and just be like, Elizabeth, you're dope. Elizabeth, you're doing all these dope ass things, and you need to recognize those every day. That's the shit you recognize when, not just when you're at your lowest point in your life, because that's when it fucking, it's like, don't recognize how dope you are when it's either too late, too far in the game. Because I mean, it's no thing of too far in the game to really focus on your self-love, but it's a moment when you gotta realize you could have done this sooner. And yeah, I think everyone should do that, no matter if you're like feeling right now, if you're in this moment right now, you woke up this morning and you feel like, I am the shit. You might wake up tomorrow and be like, I feel like shit. And you need to like talk to yourself, even when you're feeling like shit, and like, you need to talk to yourself and be like, I'm dope as hell. Even when you're feeling the greatest, you gotta feel like, I'm dope as hell. And then you have to feel like, I'm dope as hell 5 times more when you're at your lowest than when you were when you're at your highest. Because you're at your highest and you're like, yeah, I'm dope as hell, I'm dope as hell. You got all these happy endorphins going to your brain, blah, blah, blah. But when you're sad and you're low, you don't have all those endorphins, you're not excited, you're not feeling yourself, you're not on your Beyonce shit. You need that love beyond from anyone else, because that's what I was looking for. I was looking for affirmation from other people, but that's not what I needed. That's not who I needed to hear I was beautiful from. That's not who I fell asleep, and that's not who I fell asleep with. I fell asleep with myself. No matter who you say, like, I'm laying next to, you're not falling asleep with those people, you're laying next to those people. You're falling asleep with your own mind, with your own thoughts, with your own personal happiness at the end of the day. And that's what the biggest thing matters. Other things matter, of course. That's how life works. Waking up and feeling dope as fuck is a rarity. And it would be great if it happened every day, but we have to accept the fact that it doesn't happen every day. And when it doesn't happen every day, you still have to know in the back of your mind that you're great. And I think that was the problem. That was the thing that's lacking in myself, that I didn't feel like I was great. I felt like I was shit. I felt like I wasn't the shit. I feel like I didn't understand why people liked me, because it was like when I was at my lowest, a lot of people were liking me, and I just didn't understand why. I was like, what's wrong with you all? You have so many better options. What are you doing? What are you doing? But I was like, oh no, baby, what you doing? But like, I should have been like, yeah, you are dope, Elizabeth. And all these people like you because they're realizing, they're accepting your dopeness, they're acknowledging your dopeness. And you need to take it in with acceptance, understand that, and then go from there. Like, I was just telling myself, I'm not dope, and I'm not deserving of these people. Even like the shittiest people, I was like, matter of fact, no, I allow myself shitty people, but I didn't allow myself like the people I really liked. And I always looked at it from afar and was like, man, I can't get that. I can't date them because I'm basic as fuck. But like, I'm dope as fuck. And that's one of the moments you just have to really like acknowledge, look at and acknowledge, and then you have to like go from there. And I wasn't doing that. And now I still wake up sometimes and I'm like, damn bitch, you looking mighty crusty today. But I'm not saying, damn bitch, you look like shit today, because crusty, wipe it off, dust it off, put a towel over it, you know, wipe off the crust, and you're dope as fuck. But looking like shit, I mean, shit is, it's not many layers to shit. But crust, I mean, I'm like a fucking onion. Take it apart, that bitch is delicious, you know, caramelize that shit, and you know, you got your whole sweetness. You make a fucking onion tart, and you know, I am an onion tart, unexpectedly delicious. Like, that's how I have to see myself. So, yeah. If we're really gonna start this me project, that's one thing about me you gotta know, bro. I used to think I was a bum-ass bitch. Nah, I'm not a bum-ass bitch. So if you see me posting on Instagram about how I woke up feeling fly, bitch, you better clap. I better see all the likes because, I mean, you gotta acknowledge my dopeness, hoe. And if I don't get all them likes, I'm still about to